Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Madam Secretary. I'm way on the other side here. Thank you for your time today and for just all of your attention to the needs of working families and struggling Americans. And in particular, I want to thank you for recognizing the importance of affordable housing by introducing in the budget an increase in the low-income housing tax credit or the housing credit, and a reduction in bond financing necessary to trigger more housing credit equity. These core proposals are from legislation that I've introduced, the Affordable Housing Credit Improvement Act, which we will be reintroducing again this year with Representatives LaHood, Beyer, and Wenstrup. So a very strong bipartisan proposal. These provisions would finance the production and preservation of over 2 million additional affordable homes and support 3 million jobs over the next decade. I wondered if you could speak to how increasing the supply of affordable housing will increase our economy's long-term growth potential.
Well, I think we really have a serious shortage of affordable housing, and it really makes it very difficult to hire workers, to be able to support business expansion when lower income workers are unable to even afford to be able to live anywhere near where they work. And I think that's been a failing of our housing policy that we believe should be corrected.
Well, thank you so much for including that. I wanted to switch gears a little bit. Last year, this committee held a hearing to discuss ways to strengthen economic relations with Taiwan. One way to do so would be by negotiating an income tax agreement, which would boost investment and create jobs by reducing double taxation on U.S. and Taiwanese businesses. I wondered if you could update the committee on how Treasury is evaluating Taiwan's request for an income tax agreement with the United States.
We recognize that there's a problem there and are looking at potential ways to address it, but I don't have anything specific to offer in terms of way forward.
Well, we look forward to and hope you'll continue to consult with Congress on that, since that's clearly a very important issue. And then lastly, during yesterday's markup of the Republicans' debt prioritization bill, I asked the majority staff a technical question that they couldn't answer regarding the logistical possibility of debt prioritization. And so I just wanted to ask you, Madam Secretary, is it feasible for Treasury's payment systems to prioritize payments to bondholders over debt?
I think that we should not think that prioritization is a solution to the debt ceiling issue. Prioritization is simply not paying all of the government's bills when they come due. That is something we have never done since 1789, and that really is just default by another name. So what's critical is that we maintain our commitment to pay the government's bills, all the government's bills, when they come due. And if we don't do that and think that there's some shortcut around it that will avoid economic chaos, we're kidding ourselves, because not paying the government's bills will produce economic and financial collapse. And I would say that Fitch has already made clear in comments that they issued that a failure to pay all of the government bills would potentially prompt a downgrade of our debt.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. I appreciate that. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.